Small Arms Combatives. Today's video is going to be about my Geissele automatic Super Duty rifle. I usually have sort of great disdain about going over like what gear and equipment and stuff like that that I use, especially fighting equipment, because there's always someone out there on the internet that's going to make comments talking about they don't like it or whatever. That's fine. This is what I carry, what I use. It doesn't matter whether or not I think you don't like it or not. But this is pretty much my my setup, Minuteman setup, combat rifle, fighting rifle, whatever you want to call it. So this is everything that I use. Some people that know me ask me specifically what brand of rifle that I use right now. It's been a Geissele Automatics Super Duty rifle, though there are other brands out there that I would say I would trust my life to. Geissele would happen to be one of them. I believe as of now, 2023, they're still known for reliability. There are other brands out there. I'm just gonna go over what I have on this particular rifle. It's 16-inch barrel for this particular Super Duty rifle. With the different types of ammunition I carry, I usually am shooting 55 grain ball, M193. I have used Sierra Match Kings before, so 69s and 77s. I like that sort of the designated marksman role. I do believe that I have that ability. So if I put, Sierra open tip match rounds in here, I like this rifle to be lethal at full distance. And I think with a 16-inch barrel, full distance is, 500 or 600 yards with a rifle like this. I've shot AR-15s out to 600, no problem, using Sierra open tip match rounds. That comes from my experience shooting service rifle mostly. You can see, some of the awards behind me for that. And so that's the reason why I have 16 inches on the barrel for this particular rifle. I have the rifle set up with a lot of stuff on it, but imagine it's not there. And I'll just kind of go over basically some of the modifications that I might have done to this rifle. So the rifle comes as is without all the stuff you see on it. Came with the B5 system stock. Comes with the Surefire flash hider. So you can go to the Geissele website and see, exactly, how these come outfitted with everything. That airborne charging handle, it's pretty nice. This trigger, I think they call this the Super Semi-Automatic Enhanced Trigger with the lightning bow. So it's not a straight trigger. There's a slight bend in the bow for that trigger. So it's not a straight trigger, but almost straight. I think for a fighting rifle, personally, I think that trigger is a little bit on the lighter side than what I would like it. You definitely have to think about it. Make sure you have a good solid grip. It is pretty light, especially now that the trigger has been broken in. It can really send around. I would say for precision work, it's a good trigger for that. I would say for some people that trigger might be a little bit too light. So definitely the experience of the operator, much experience should be needed before doing anything serious with that particular trigger. The other modification that I made, ambidextrous safeties. This one comes on the rifle. I had a way to remove this safety for a left-handed person, or if I need to go ambi with it. I switched it around to the other side, so I flipped it over. So if this makes sense, if I had kept the safety the way I wanted it, or the way it came from the factory, I found that the safety would hit my finger, and that would impede my ability to switch my safety on with a high grip, which is how we're supposed to be shooting these rifles. So I flipped it around so when I activate the safety with my thumb, that safety does not hit my finger. And I know it's shorter on this side. I just don't really, I'm not into the whole ambidextrous safety thing, but it's there in case I can, I need to flip it up, I can do that. It's just up and out of the way for me. So that's a modification that I made with this particular rifle. The other thing is Geissele has their own, I would guess you could say, proprietary pistol grip for this rifle. It's more like an A2 grip, so it has that really sharp angle. Me shooting service rifle, we had to shoot A2 grips. I know a lot of people in the military have to use A2 grips, so they really can't change out their grips. I really didn't care for that grip too much, and I'm not required to have an A2 grip on a rifle or any grip that's like an A2 grip. And to be honest, this is a B5 Systems grip here, so I do like it. I do enjoy it, and to be honest, it gets the rifle, when I got it in the shoulder and I'm getting ready to shoot offhand, that straight grip helps. If you look at any of the match rifles out there these days, they all have straight grips, so it helps a lot with the ergonomics, that sort of thing. Got flip up sights in the rear and on the front in case I need that. So these are the things that I've added to the rifle, all the accessories. We have a Surefire M600 dual fuel light on the front. For me, I can do a thumb over the rail there and activate, the light, and never have a problem with that. I don't run a switch for the light, just because, if I'm, we're running night vision or something like that, I can't think about which button might be the light, if I have a pressure switch, or which button, will fire the laser or whatever for the D-ball that's on here. And so I got that Surefire light. It's hooked up using the arrow socket mount, so it really tucks that light in pretty good there. And then running it back up here at the top, you might notice there's a Vortex Razor. This is the Gen 2E scope, so it has the enhancements lightened up a little bit. It's still a heavy scope. This rifle is a little on the hefty side, especially with everything that I have on this rifle. Besides, the power ring on these Vortexes are a little on the stiff side, so they don't really move a lot. But I can easily, push that over. So in the 6 power position, it's over here, and then I can quickly, kind of fold it back. So that's the way I got that. So I can, go this way with it, come back with it. Right now, not that I'm a super Geissele fan, it's just that I like Geissele stuff, but and it's solid stuff. But I do have the Vortex scope on the Geissele mount. It is a extended forward. I do like my LPVO scopes to be far forward. I like them out of the way of the charging handle. And a lot of people don't think about it, but when you get down in the prone, or you're in a kneeling position, or maybe even sitting, your face is a lot closer to the scope. So for the eye relief there, I like an extended scope ring to get that scope as far forward as I can possibly get it. And so that's the reason for me running that. The next thing on the rifle that I would probably say we need to go over is the Steiner D-Ball D2. So it's the laser aiming device and the illuminator. This is what I use for night vision there. On the D-Ball D2, it has this really large illuminator, and this thing is like a flood beam. It can shine out to 800 yards, or at least the last tree line that I looked at through night vision with it was about 800 yards away, and it illuminates that tree line just fine. So it really gets it out there. I would say that Steiner D-Balls are, some of the best, laser aiming equipment on the market for, people who are using night vision and stuff like that. So it's what I got on there now. It is a little bit on the big and beefy side. It's a laser that, civilians can purchase at this particular time. So I got that from TNVC, Tactical Night Vision Company. And then other than that, we got the sling here. I just got it tied up so it's out of the way, but there's just like an elastic band here. So if I want to, deploy the sling, I can pull it out. I can come around the neck. I can loosen, tighten it. I can get in and out of the sling, tighten it up just like that, and really get into a like a good tight sling position, for shooting, and get in and out of it. This is a Blue Force gear sling. It's a basic sling. I will tell you though, if you get one, try to get the one in like multicam, just because like some of the other models that I've noticed, they're almost like a cotton sling and they stick to me a little bit. This is a little bit more of a slicker material, like the weave of the material is different, because I do have an old like coyote colored one, and it doesn't seem like it's made of this exact same material. So I do that. I did add a sling swivel stud to the bottom of the foregrip, and it's QD, so I can remove it and attach it right there should I need to. Depending on what I'm doing, if I need, a little bit more room to, do stuff, I can switch shoulders and stuff like that a little bit easier, depending on what I'm doing. So I like the ability to be able to have the sling either attached here or out front there, and I'm just using like some quick detach sling swivels for that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So only one thing left to do. That's to load this thing up. There it is. Well, so I can't do like a hour-long video on a rifle, and so I hope you guys enjoyed this short video on my Geissele Automatics Super Duty rifle, 16-inch barrel. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you want to come out and do some training with us, smallarmscombatives.com, and over and out.